Hi friends, welcome to the Not Too Shabby YouTube channel. My name is Lynn, or LV Handcrafted, across all of the socials, and today I'm going to make two cards from scraps. So I posted over on my channel a video where I followed the sheet loaf cards for February 2025 using these gorgeous papers from the February box of the month by Not Too Shabby. And I have a lot of scraps left over because I didn't actually follow the cutting guide. And so in this video, I thought what I would do is use up as much of at least my smaller pieces of scraps. I ended up having some panels that are pretty wide, which I really wouldn't consider scraps. I feel like anything wider than say 2 inches aren't really scraps to me. They're pretty big because you could almost use those as full panels on an A2 card. So with this first card, I've got just some of these. I think they're maybe half an inch to maybe more like 3/4 of an inch, give or take. And they're not all the same width. They also aren't all the same height. And actually, I kind of like that they aren't. I cut that one down intentionally so that it would not be the same height as the one next to it. And I might even be mixing and matching pattern papers from the 2 paper pads that you get as part of the box of the month, because they are different and unique, but they are a little bit similar. So I kind of feel like they could work well together. So for example, I know that cow print is in one of the paper pads, on the farm one, and then I think the flowers are from Fresh and Fabulous. So it's kind of a nice little mix, but you can see that the colors work really well together. And so you can mix and match between the 2 paper pads and really stretch your crafting even more, because while they aren't identical color palettes, there's quite a little bit of overlap, and in particular with the reds and the greens. And so I think it all works really well. Now, that first one that I tiled, it was more irregular, a little bit more abstract. And with the second one that I'm working on, I have a lot of 6-inch long strips. And so that's what I'm going to use for this second card. And because I am crafting with 6-inch long, I can actually cut these exactly to 5 1/4. So for this second card that I'm going to make, I'm going to roughly use the same technique, but it's going to look pretty different because I'm going to go for something that's way more structured and less irregular than the first one. So instead of having a lot of really random, like pretty high contrast patterns and the irregular lengths, these are all going to be super, super, identical as much as possible. I'm still gonna vary the height because I still want to just use up the scraps that I have and not have to cut down some new pattern papers. So that's still going to be a little bit different, but I am going to tile these so that they are more structured and a little bit more mirrored even. And so the landscape piece, I really feel is really pretty, and I thought it would look nice to frame that with the wood grain pattern paper. And then I thought I would put the really soft quilted pattern at the top and bottom. And so everything is going to feel, I'm going to aim for really, I'm not going to measure and be that exacting about it, but I am aiming for really even spacing. And I do leave a gap in between each of these strips so that the card base can show through. And unfortunately, like as pretty as that landscape pattern paper is, I actually ended up covering up quite a bit of it. But I kind of like the tiled look that I ended up with. And I really can't tell between this one and the first one which one I like more. I feel like this one, because it's softer, it's on a lighter card base also, it's just less striking. And the other one just has a lot, it just feels a lot more striking. Like the two feel very different to me, but it's essentially kind of the same technique, and I feel like a great way to use up your scraps, because you could even, after like a crafty session, just straight away maybe make some panels using your thinner strips, and then just leave the panels like that. And when you need to make a card, that's when you could maybe finish it up with some focal images and some sentiments. So I feel like then that way you don't have to store all of these little strips. You can just use them up and create these larger panels and have them ready to go for the next time that you need to make a quick card. To finish up my card though, I am going to, I first started with an oval that I used from the Easy Wonder add-on set. That's just to give me a foundation to start building up a little bit of a collaged scene almost for my focal image. And in the February box of the month, as with all boxes, subscription boxes, you get the 2 paper pads, and each of them has their own coordinating ephemera pack, which is awesome, especially since I feel like the ephemera pieces that we have are a really nice size for A2 cards, to where you wouldn't really need much more than 1 or 2 of them. And so you can get, if you can really stretch your supplies and make a lot of cards with this ephemera pack, because it's such a generous pack to begin with. And then the fact that you only maybe need a couple, I don't know that I've used more than 2 or 3 on a card. So, oh, that's not true. I did make a pop-up card where I used quite a bit, but I built out like a scene with a lot of like layers to it. So on a normal card front like this, I don't think you would need much more than a couple of them. And so it's such great value for money, the box of the month. And I know that recently one of these boxes became available. And so if you're not already subscribed and you want to get notified whenever subscriptions become available, you can always add yourself to the wait list, because those folks get notified first whenever there's an opening that comes up. And so hopefully, I don't know by the time this video goes public if it's still going to be available, but you can always check the website to see if there's availability. I know the box of the month often is sold out, so space is limited. Now, with these ephemera pieces, I'm just using a little bit of low profile foam behind them to give a little bit of lift and a little bit of dimension to my card. And my sentiments are just from Better Press sentiments that I have quite a few of in a tray, because whenever I either hot foil sentiments or Better Press sentiments, I like to do a lot of them and have a little tray full, so that whenever I need a quick sentiment, I can just rummage through that tray and pick out what I need. And I really like the font of these, so I thought they were good size, and that whole scripty font I thought was really nice too. So here's a final close-up look at both of my cards. Let me know which one you prefer. This one, which is high contrast and a little bit more eclectic, a little bit more irregular, versus the second one, which is a little bit softer. I had a lot of fun crafting with these scraps, and thanks so much for checking out my video today. I'll leave links to everything I used in the description box below. Thanks again, and until next time, happy crafting and have a fabulous day. Bye!